If you think handheld gaming reached its peak already, get ready, because what's available right now is on a completely different level. These devices aren't just portable consoles. They're straight-up powerhouses, packed with OLED panels that feel alive, grips that melt into your hands, and performance that used to belong only to desktop rigs. But even with all this competition, only one device in this entire lineup can claim the #1 spot. And before we get there, I want to ask you something big. If you could only pick one handheld to rely on for the next 5 years, which one are you taking and why? Drop your answer in the comments, because this countdown is about to get wild. Before we jump in, do me one quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a Tony's Top Tech breakdown the second it drops. And as always, every handheld we're talking about today is linked in the description if you want to compare specs or pricing as we go. Let's lock in, because we're kicking this off with number 10. Starting at number 10 is the Miyoo Mini Plus. The device that proves simplicity still hits harder than most people realize. This tiny handheld has built a cult following almost overnight, mainly because it absolutely nails retro gaming without trying to be something it's not. It's small enough to fit in your pocket, lightweight enough to forget you're carrying it, and so easy to use that anyone, literally anyone, can pick it up and instantly start a classic adventure. Turn it on, scroll through your library of retro games, and you're instantly transported back to late nights playing Tetris, Mega Man, Mario, Sonic, Pokemon, whatever your era was. It's plug-and-play simplicity at its best. The price is beginner-friendly, the portability is unmatched, and the nostalgia is powerful. Now, the obvious trade-off. This is not a modern gaming machine. No AAA, no Windows, no cutting-edge graphics. The Miyoo Mini Plus focuses strictly on classic, lightweight gaming experiences, and it does that beautifully. But here's the thing. Sometimes the best device is the one that reminds you why you fell in love with gaming in the first place. And if you've ever owned one, tell us your favorite retro game in the comments. Somebody's about to find a gem they forgot existed. Next up at number 9 is the PlayStation Portal, the handheld that sparked debates all over the community. Some people call it useless, some call it genius, and the truth sits right in the middle. When the connection is right, the Portal gives you a full PS5 experience anywhere you want. The haptics, the adaptive triggers, the comfort. It's literally a DualSense controller fused with a beautiful display. Imagine laying in bed playing Spider-Man or God of War without turning on the TV, or sitting outside and catching up on Final Fantasy. The immersion is real, and if your PlayStation library is stacked, this thing becomes a device you end up using way more than expected. But yes, there's a big limitation. It only streams your PS5. You can't play games natively. You need a strong internet connection, and latency can ruin the fun if the network dips. Still, for PS5 owners who understand what remote play is meant to be, the Portal is one of the most effortless ways to keep the PlayStation experience going wherever you are. If you're enjoying this breakdown so far, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It helps push this video out to even more gamers who need to see it. And again, everything we're talking about is linked below. Coming in at number 8 is the ROG Cube, the compact powerhouse that surprises almost everyone who picks it up. It's not as mainstream as the big-name handhelds, but that almost makes it cooler. The ROG Cube is built for people who love a premium feel without the premium price tag. Hall effect sticks prevent joystick drift. Android 13 support keeps apps and games smooth, and the RGB lighting gives it that futuristic charm that handheld fans love. This thing shines brightest in the emulator world, where it blasts through retro catalogs and handheld libraries effortlessly. The 6-axis gyroscope, responsive controls, and cooling system make it perfect for longer sessions, and the build quality is way nicer than what you'd expect for its size and price range. But let's keep it real. It's not a competitor to PC handhelds. You're not running high-end Windows titles or major AAA games. That's not its lane. The ROG Cube is built for mobile experiences, retro collections, indie titles, and creative customizations. If you love handhelds that do a little bit of everything without breaking the bank, this is your sleeper pick right here. Now we move into number 7 with the Retroid Pocket G2/5, the hybrid handheld that punches way above its weight class. This device delivers an incredible balance of affordability and performance, especially thanks to its crisp AMOLED screen and impressive Android emulation capabilities. For anyone interested in playing classic titles, handheld ports, or even lighter Switch games, the Retroid series is a dream. The build feels premium, the UI is smooth, and the performance is far better than most budget handhelds have any right to be. And because it's Android-based, you get flexibility, from cloud gaming to mobile apps to custom setups that handheld enthusiasts love tinkering with. Just remember, this is not your go-to device for or demanding Windows titles. The screen is smaller compared to the top-tier handhelds, and while it shines for retro and mobile gaming, it's not meant to replace a PC-level powerhouse. But if what you want is versatility, portability, and incredible value, the Retroid Pocket lineup delivers one of the absolute best price-to-performance ratios on the market. Before we hit number 6, quick reminder. Make sure you subscribe because we've got breakdowns coming on gaming routers, handheld accessories, and the most underrated gadgets of the year. And trust me, those videos are going to help you upgrade your setup instantly. Let's keep moving. Number 6 is the Nintendo Switch 2, the long-awaited successor that brings back everything people loved about the original Switch, but sharper, better, and more modern. This hybrid console still does something no other handheld can do at this level: seamlessly switch between handheld play and docked TV mode. And with redesigned Joy-Cons, smoother performance, and the massive first-party Nintendo library behind it, the Switch 2 remains a king of pure fun. The thin but durable design feels great, and the new visuals look significantly better than before, especially when docked. Exclusive titles like Zelda, Mario, Metroid, Pokemon, and Smash Bros. Continue to give Nintendo an unbeatable advantage. If you want a family-friendly handheld that still feels premium, the Switch 2 does what no other device can. Now the flip side, it's still less powerful than PC-based handhelds. You're not hitting the insane graphics or customization that the top machines can pull off. Nintendo doesn't chase specs, they chase experience. And for millions of gamers, that's more than enough. Now we're getting into the top 5, and this is where things start getting serious. At number 5 is the Ayaneo Kun, the handheld that feels like someone shrunk a high-end gaming PC into a premium metal shell. This thing is an absolute beast. You can load it up with up to 64 GB of RAM and 4 TB of storage. Yes, full terabytes inside a handheld. The build quality is elite, the display is gorgeous, and the 75 Wh battery gives it better longevity than most Windows handhelds. The Kun blurs the line between handheld and desktop PC, making it one of the most powerful portable devices money can buy. Emulation, flawless. Modern PC titles, smooth. Indie games, instant. It's a handheld, but it feels like a miniature workstation. But the price, oh yes, the price. This is one of the most expensive handhelds out there, often breaking the $1,000 mark. And because it's Windows-based, you still deal with typical Windows quirks, updates, drivers, the occasional hiccup. Power comes with complications, but if you want luxury tier performance, the Kun is one of the closest things to perfection. Moving on to number 4, the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus, a device that shocked the community by stepping into the handheld arena with confidence. The Claw features a fantastic OLED screen, impressive battery improvements, extremely quiet operation, and performance that's optimized for modern PC titles and emulation. Downloads are fast, the UI is clean, and the overall experience feels incredibly polished. This thing works especially well with newer games, where MSI's software optimizations shine. But older titles or certain compatibility layers aren't always perfect, and the best features are locked behind the higher-tier models. It's also not a cheap device, but it does deliver a premium experience if you want something future-ready. If you're enjoying this breakdown so far, don't forget, tap that like button and check the links in the description for all the handhelds we're covering. It helps support the channel and keeps these deep dives coming. Now we've hit the top 3. Coming in at number 3 is the Valve Steam Deck OLED, the handheld that changed the entire industry the moment it launched. The Steam Deck OLED brings everything people loved about the original: huge library, customization, emulation, PC gaming freedom, and upgrades the most important parts. The new OLED panel is jaw-dropping. The performance is stronger, the battery is better, and the entire experience feels smoother than any other PC handheld in its price range. Valve also supports the Steam Deck better than almost any company supports any handheld in history. Constant updates, new features, fixes, Steam integration. It all works beautifully. But the Steam Deck is still bulky, still heavy, and the battery drains fast when you push AAA titles. It's not your best friend for long public trips unless you have a power bank ready. Still, for the price, nothing touches it. And for many gamers, this remains the #1 handheld. Now we reach number 2, and this one might shock you. The Asus ROG Xbox Ally X. This monster handheld delivers next-level performance with the Ryzen Z2 Extreme chip, giving you desktop-like power in your hands. The 120Hz display is butter smooth. The Xbox-style grips feel incredibly natural. And because it runs full Windows, you can do everything. PC games, Game Pass, mods, productivity, you name it. The Ally X is a true hybrid machine, but it's also heavy, pricey, and the battery drains fast under high loads, sometimes in as little as 1 or 2 hours while pushing modern games. Windows quirks still appear, and it takes a bit of tweaking to get the perfect experience. But when it's dialed in, nothing feels faster. And now, number 1. The Lenovo Legion Go S, SteamOS, earns the top spot for one major reason: balance. This device brings together the best traits of PC handhelds: performance, visuals, customization, while adding features no other handheld comes close to replicating. The massive 8-inch display is beautiful and immersive. The detachable controllers open up creative ways to play, and the VRR old screen makes every game feel smoother and more responsive. Running SteamOS gives you cleaner performance, fewer bugs than Windows handhelds, and access to a truly enormous game library. Battery life is solid, the controls feel fantastic, and the overall experience is one of the most polished in the entire handheld world. There are still new OS bugs. There are still touchpad issues. The size isn't the most portable. And yes, it's one of the pricier handhelds. But when you blend power, design, visuals, comfort, and software support together, the Legion Go S stands at the top. Before we wrap up, tell me in the comments, which handheld would you put at number 1? There's no wrong answer because gaming is personal, and the best device is the one that makes you want to pick it up and play every day. If you enjoyed this countdown, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and check the links in the description to explore every device we mentioned today. And as always, see you in the next one. Hit the follow button and check out Tony's Top Tech on other platforms. For more tech review, see you in the next one.